Hi, guys, and welcome to the second ever Hump Day Hockey. As I said and promised, I will be making one every single Wednesday, so please keep track of my channel, Biddy Trent on YouTube. But let's go right into it. Let's start off with the injuries and news of the NHL, shall we? There's only about two injuries that I'm going to be talking about mainly for this one, and I'm not even going to be talking about them for that long. But the main injuries that I find that are in the NHL are Logan Couture of the San Jose Sharks is out with a fractured right fibula. And that's going to be important for San Jose, for Logan Couture is usually a first to second line center. Look for him to hopefully be getting better a little bit sooner. And brand new, Duncan Keith from the Chicago Blackhawks went under knee surgery yesterday. So, unfortunately, he's going to be out in expected 4 to 6 weeks. And Chicago will have to look to how to fill that hole if they want to make it back all the way to the Stanley Cup playoffs, which they will, if not win the entire Stanley Cup, in my opinion. But we'll see later on in the season how they'll do. News for the NHL, I'm going to go with 3 news topics right here. First and foremost, which I find is the most important one, the Columbus Blue Jackets fired Todd Richards today and hired brand new coach, veteran John Tortorella. Allegedly, the contract is for 3 years for John Tortorella to coach the Blue Jackets. I personally find that this will be a good thing for the Blue Jackets. I find that they need a little bit more discipline. They need that kind of person to yell at them like John Tortorella definitely is not afraid to do. And who knows, it might be able to bring the 0-7-0 Columbus Blue Jackets on the board. It will definitely hopefully give them a point eventually. But the standings will come up right after this. One of the other news topics that I'd like to tell you is the Great Eight. That is right, Alexander Ovechkin got his 900th career point this past week against the Calgary Flames. I believe he's up to 901 in total so far, but the big news is 900 career points. That's a lot of points for him. First out of all the Washington Capitals players in history. He's been beating Peter Bondra for at least 26 points or something like that. So good job, Alex. You got a heck of a career still ahead of you. Keep up the great work. And for my fans who are Calgary Flames fans, which I know there are a few of you out there that I'm friends with that are Calgary Flames fans, good news, I guess. You're down to 2 goalies in the NHL. That's right. The rumor has it that the Calgary Flames have placed Kari Ramo on waivers today, meaning that they're going to be going with Jonas Hiller and Ortio from now on. I don't know how I really feel about that. I feel like, it's a good thing that they're trying to keep him, but realistically, will he be able to be dropped down? Maybe. I think he'll probably successfully be dropped down, and you guys will end up getting to keep him, which will be good for you guys. But then again, there is the threat of him being picked up. For teams who need a goalie, I think it would be probably a good thing to look at to pick him up. Teams like Buffalo, Boston, and Columbus even. I mean, they all have goalies in Robin Lehner, Tuukka Rask, and Sergei Bobrovsky. Yeah, of course they have those goaltenders, but Robin Lehner's been injured right now for Buffalo, so they might want to look for Carrion for just a quick, easy replacement. Boston, Tuukka Rask, in my opinion, has looked shaky at best. He'll probably get better with this season going on, but you can't go wrong with a good backup like Ramo. And same thing with Columbus. I mean, Bobrovsky's looked really shaky. I mean, I think it's time for a change-up. Maybe Kari Ramo will be the perfect player for you to change him up. Now it's time to look at the good old board for the standings of the NHL. In first place of the entire NHL and the Eastern Conference, the 7-0-0 Montreal Canadiens. I don't know how they're doing it. Well, I do know how they're doing it. They have a great team, but they haven't lost a game yet. I find that they're going to lose a game pretty quick, but then again, who knows? They're still 7-0-0, but as I said, change will be on the horizon, predictably. Uh, Standings also, if the playoffs started today, Montreal will be first for the East, New York Islanders with second, New York Rangers with third, Tampa Bay with fourth, Washington Capitals with fifth, Florida Panthers with sixth, Ottawa seventh, and Detroit with eighth. But in ninth was a team that had no points whatsoever last time that we checked them. That's right, the Pittsburgh Penguins. I said that they'd win at least a game. They're back to 500, being 3-3-0. So good for them if you're a Pittsburgh fan, and look for some change happening there. Them just getting better and better throughout the season. Another team that I said was going to change that did, the Boston Bruins. They won 2 games. They now are up to 4 points. They're definitely not within playoff contention just yet. The 8th team has 6 points. They have 4 points. They need to win a few games, but they are on a winning streak of 2 games. So I can see it going in their favor. Once again, Columbus, the only team in the NHL still to get a single point. It's kind of embarrassing in my opinion for Columbus. But then again, with John Tortorella, look for them to turn around real quick. Western Conference, I knew that this wasn't going to happen, but guess what, guys? Vancouver's not in first anymore. I knew it was going to happen, but then again, they're still in a playoff contention with 6th, with 8 points. Right now for first in the West is Dallas with 10, Nashville with 10, St. Louis with 10, then Winnipeg and San Jose and Vancouver all have 8, so we're not that far off, but don't look for us to go overly well. And then Minnesota and Arizona, they're finishing off that playoff race right now with 7 points. So there you go, they're doing very well. Chicago's just behind them with 6, and LA, they also didn't have a single point to begin with last time, and I predicted that they'd be doing better. They have 2 wins, and in fact, they've won 2 in a row. So, don't count LA out just of it yet. They're going to make the playoffs probably. And Anaheim, in my opinion, they're really struggling right now with a record of 1-3-1 with 3 points. They are 13th in the entire Western Conference, and they're pretty much looking at a top 5 pick right now. If the draft happened today, that's not really acceptable in my mind for Anaheim. I don't know what's happening there, but then again, look for them to get better, because they are going to get better. I promise, Anaheim fans, they'll get better. And now it's time for some player stats. In first place of the NHL for points for, well, it's a tie at 10 points between 2 players who are on the same team. That's right, the great Jamie Benn and Tyler Seguin are neck and neck for the top points in the NHL. I personally think that they're going to be staying up there in at least the top 10 for the entire NHL throughout the entire year, because they're a very good team, and I think Dallas is a very threatening team this year. They're first place in the West. I can see them being at least top 3 in the West for the entire time. Number 3 for stats right now for the NHL for the players, Vladimir Tarasenko's picking up where he left off last season with 9 points. Also with 9 points is David Krejci, the great John Tavares, and our point leader last week, leading Henrik Zetterberg with 9 points. Then Ottawa Senators have Kyle Turris, Blake Wheeler, Erik Karlsson, Martin Hanzal, and Mark Stone, all with 8 points. So 3 out of those players play for Ottawa. Only Martin Hanzal and Blake Wheeler are the only players that do not play for Ottawa that have 8 points. So those are your top 10 points from this. Finally, before I leave you, I'm going to give you my predictions for this upcoming week. I'm not going to probably give very many. I'm just going to make them up as I go along. First off, Montreal, you're going to lose. You're going to lose in this upcoming week. I'm sorry, but it's going to happen. I hate to break it to you. The winning streak will be over by the end of this week. By the time that the next episode will be on, I should say. Columbus, don't worry about it. You're going to get a win this week. I promise you. John Tortorella will yell at you so hard that you'll cry and you'll just win. People will feel bad for you. You'll win. Don't worry about it. Anaheim, you'll get better. I promise. You'll get better. I don't know how much better, but you'll get better. And Calgary, finally Calgary, my prediction for you is you'll get better throughout this next week till the next episode as well. And Kari Rommel, he won't get picked up by anyone. You'll probably still have him. So good call for you, and good job. As always, thanks for watching my videos. Check out some of my friends. My last one that I made, my last Hump Day Hockey, I talked about my friend Kevin. I have a link there. You should go listen to some of his podcasts. At my channel, you can always see the channels like Get Much Higher Productions, and of course, the Bottom Line View. Do check those ones out if you haven't already. It would mean a lot to me. But more than everything, have a great day. Love you. Bye.